Let me get the internet box and bring it back here. Let me see. Hello, hello. So tonight I'm going to go over how to sublimate on the wood ornaments like these that we buy from Dollar Tree, Lowe's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all of those places. So I'm going to hang on for just a moment and see if I have any other guys to join me. If anyone joins within the next within the next 10 minutes, because the live is actually not scheduled until 11:55. So if you're already here, hang on, just chill out for a moment. And at 11:55, we'll get started on how to sublimate on these. Just to give you an idea of something I've done with them. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Okay? So, hang on. I will be back in just a moment to see if we had anyone to join us at 11:55. Promptly, we will begin right then and there. Okay? And it's not going to be a long video tonight. It's not going to be, I've pretty much had everything cut out and prepared. So it's going to be quick and easy. I just want to give you guys a general idea of how to do this. I've cracked my brain like all week. Had a few failures. I can tell you now, do not try to use polyacrylic on a wood ornament and sublimate. Not the ones from Dollar Tree. You can use them on these wood rounds like this, but what I discovered with the Dollar Tree ones, I caught myself put some sticker paper on there and then applying polyacrylic and thinking I could sublimate. Well, I could, however, the ink doesn't come all the way through, and look, it lifts back up. So that wasn't going to work. So I did a lot of trial and error until I figured out what works. And I'm going to tell you guys what works at 11:55 whenever the live is officially supposed to begin. I see I do have one person here with me right now. I don't know who it is, but say hello if you can. If you're watching from a TV, then I understand, because that is one of my biggest problems. I follow a lot of people on YouTube, but I never get to comment because I watch them via live on my television where I'm not able to comment. So we're going to wait until 11:55 to get started, and I'm going to tell you guys how we can get images such as, let's do this here, on the Dollar Tree wood ornaments, okay? Very inexpensive, quick craft. Got 5 more minutes before the actual live is supposed to start. And I'll get started on how we're going to do this. I thank you for whoever it is that's been hanging on with me. I appreciate it. Makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. Just went ahead and added a comment to the chat box. I'm just trying to back this ring light right here up so it can stop glaring on my eyeglasses. All right, guys, we have 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to tell you how to do this. I'm excited. I don't know how excited you are. I don't even know if you're a crafter, the person that's watching. You could be just a friend. However, I'm excited about sharing this because somebody's going to look this up, and I want to share this with other people because I'm excited. And I was so glad when I finally found something that worked after so much time spent on failures and wasting ornaments. I did have the bag though. I got the bag from Lowe's and they are $4.97. Yeah. So it comes with like, I think it was like 20 ornaments in a bag at Lowe's for $4.97. Can't beat that. All right, we have 2 more minutes. So while I'm waiting on them, I'm going to go run and grab me a little bit more coffee. And I'll be right back. All right, thank you for holding on. Whoever held on, it is now 11:55, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so tonight, as I said, we're going to learn how to sublimate onto the wooden Dollar Tree rounds. I just dropped it. The wooden Dollar Tree rounds. Okay, so what I did was I used, first of all, I took a picture of the wood round on a black poster board using it as my background. I then uploaded it and I had the background removed to make it a cut file that was exactly like the ornament. I then measured the ornament to find out its exact measurement. And for this wooden ball ornament, the measurement for it is 3.5 by 4.4. So what I did is I created a cut file and I used cardstock. This is white cardstock. So basically I had the Cricut cutter to cut the white cardstock for me. Once the white cardstock was cut, I then used this spray adhesive to adhere the poster board to the wood blank, okay? So once that was dry, you have to make sure that it's dry. That's why I'm not doing that in this video tonight. I have one that is prepared for us that we're going to do in the video tonight. So what I did was I took and I sprayed the wooden ornament and made sure I covered it up pretty well. And then I adhered the white cardstock. As you can see, it fits over it directly. Smooth it out there and make sure that it adhered very well. Once it is dry, I then used a laminating sheet and laminated it, okay? Once it was laminated, I then took the printed cut image and put it underneath the press, and that is how I got the image. So I'm going to show you how I did that with the one I have for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and cut out these 2 rounds here because these 2 rounds are what we're going to use tonight for the video. Where is my glitz over there? And this is Printer's Jack Sublimation printer paper that I'm using. This is actually for that little wood round. I put polyacrylic on that. I'll get to that. That's going to be the second part of the video. We're going to talk about that too. Basically, I'll go ahead and say, so I took this wood round that you get here, these little cut off wood rounds, and I glazed it with polyacrylic. If you're not sure what polyacrylic is, let me see. It's around front, so I can't go get it right now. But I sealed it with polyacrylic. It has a shiny surface now versus that of the back that's kind of dull. You can't see it in the light. Let me see. That's the dull side. And that's the polyacrylic side. Okay. So you're able to sublimate onto polyacrylic, supposedly. So I haven't tried it on this round, but we're going to try that too. So I have these cut out, the things that I want to use. And I have a round that I've already covered in cardstock, and it is adhered and it is dry. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the press and let that press together. I will say that I do leave it underneath the press long enough till I see like the grains of the Teflon sheet lines into the laminate, because that lets me know that it is completely adhered, and I do both sides. Being that I do not have a laminating machine, I do use my heat press, as you can see, to actually press anything that I laminate, actually. So we've already had at least 45 seconds on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over. To get the other side. Alright, so we're going to let that hang on for a few seconds, and then we're going to take that out, and then we'll put the image on, and you guys will see how well it works. Like, it's amazing how you could just take some laminate and cardstock and some spray adhesive on a Dollar Tree wood ornament, or Lowe's, or Hobby Lobby, or Michael's, wherever you might purchase them from. Mine's personally did come from Lowe's, considering he got little connections, and whenever he sees things, he brings them on home. Thank you, good God. So, I'm glad he spotted them and asked me if I wanted them, because otherwise I'd have got it from Dollar Tree, but I think I got a much better deal at Lowe's. Ouch! That's why you should always wear your heat gloves. Don't be like me. Okay, so as you guys can see, it has pressed on very well. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it just a little bit. I'll do the main trimming whenever this video is over. I'm not going to do all of that on this video, but I'm just going to show you guys to give you an idea of how to do that. You want to just go ahead and trim as close as you can with the scissors. And then I like to go back with my X-Acto knife to actually like clean it up. So just to start it off, I just like to let it kind of hang on. Doesn't matter if it's all that straight right now, because the X-Acto knife is going to do the real job against the cutting board later. Okay, so we have it cut out. And what I'm going to do is we're going to lie the ornament directly on top of the image like this. And I always make my image just a tad bit bigger than the actual ornament, and the reason being is so that I can see my lines. So that means your image you have to make sure that your image is in a good spot so that you don't mess that up or cut that out. So I'm going to use heat tape to tape it down. Make sure you got it right where you want it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do this front part, and then we'll do the back. Get some butcher paper. I always use that to protect your Teflon sheet. You don't want that ink to bleed on there, because it will. All right, so we're going to put this on for 60 seconds. That's when you know you don't put some pressure on that thing. Alright, so we're gonna wait our good 60 seconds and you get to see the magic. And I'm gonna go run and get that polyacrylic real quick so that you guys can see what it is that you can glaze on top of that wood. Okay, so this is polyacrylic. You can get it from Lowe's, you can order it from Amazon. I think Walmart may sell it too, I'm not sure. But I just use this little makeup brush to glaze the top of that wood round. And so we're going to see how well that worked out. Just like this. I was really concerned at first that the sublimation paper was going to stick to this lamination paper. Alright, so it's pretty hot, so we're going to let that cool off. And then we'll get ready to press the back side. And I'll let you guys see. Ooh, alive. Do not be like me. I have heat gloves sitting right here. And I'm not wearing them. Don't ask me why. I think I like getting burnt. Maybe something wrong with me. Alright, so it should be cooled off enough. And now I'm going to go ahead and lay it on the back side. The back is like way bigger. No room for error at all. So that's the good thing about that. Alright, let's put that butcher sheet back over there. I'm going to put that on for 60 seconds. And we'll take that out and we'll go ahead and make this a bit of a little circle so we can get ready to press this, and then that'll be it. And you guys get to see something cheap and easy you can do for the holidays. And if you're a person that sells stuff, even better. And I used a little cord rope. As you can see, I wrapped it around this and did a little cord rope around that as well. This is my son. Some other things I've done with it is I've used the Dollar Tree glitter vinyl. I know you can't tell this is glitter. I don't know where this camera is. Let me see. Okay, so that's Dollar Tree glitter vinyl I put on here. This one I painted blue, and then I put the clear cheetah print holographic vinyl I made by Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. You can also spray paint them first if you want to before putting the vinyl on. Alright, so we are going to let this cool off. I'm just going to pick it up by the paper like this and just move it out of the way. I ain't gonna burn my fingers this time. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the wood round while we're waiting. Alright, so go ahead. This is the side, of course, is shiny. This is where I need to put this on. Okay, so there is a line kind of in the middle from the wood's natural little ring. Don't want it to be crooked. All right. I have to loosen up this pressure a little bit on this press. I'm just going to take this and do it like that since it's small. And let's see how we're going to do this pressure. Let's loosen. First of all, let's fix that plate. Put this in the center. Okay. Loosen it up some more so we can press it. Alright, now I didn't want to start my 60 seconds till I knew it had the proper amount of pressure. So while we have that pressing, I'm going to go ahead and grab this so you can see. Okay, see, it looks very good. I'm not sure if you guys can see how good that looks. And then I did on the back, I just did it a blue, basic blue. Then all I have to do is clean up the edges with an X-Acto knife. And for the real small pieces that I may not be able to grab, I just take a lighter and run it along the sides, and that cleans it right on up for you. See how good and clear the image is on cardstock and laminate, guys? On that Dollar Tree wood round. Well, this is actually a Lowe's wood round, excuse me. So used to using Dollar Tree all the time. And I'm just going to go trim the rest of that extra laminate off, and voila. So let's get this pressed. Okay. And we're going to see how this wood round turned out. One thing I forgot. This picture paper. So this is not the butcher paper. Let's try to stick to this wood round. Oh, this is not good. I'm sure I could take something wet, and get that off of there. I'm still trying to peel. Well, it's hot because if I let it get, mess around and let it get all the way cold, it will definitely be hard to pull up. You could tell I done had a little trial and error like this before. I don't know, guys. This might not have just worked out together. I might have to use DTF film to sublimate on this because it actually, yeah, the paper stuck to it, see? So I'm going to have to wash that paper off and we'll see if it still works. So all in all, guys, thank you for watching. Basically, you need a wood round, cardstock. You can either trace it or you can use your Cricut to cut it. Use your spray adhesive to adhere the cardstock there. You can do it on both sides or you can just do one side. I mean, you don't have to laminate and do both, sublimate on both sides. The opposite side, you could just actually just stain the wood and be done and just put your image on the front. That will actually probably be easier whenever it comes down to trimming and such. So if you just use the spray adhesive and adhere it, once it's dry, you need to laminate it. Once it is laminated, trim it around. That way you can have a better idea of how to eyeball it when taping it down to your sublimation image. And then press for 60 seconds and you will get a really good clear image like I got here on this ornament. So from paper, and just some of the idea of how I did one of them already. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.